Here we are mid-season, and it's a great time to start taking stock of what your garden looks like. We're in the perennial section in the Backyard Farmer Garden, and if you've got perennials that have decided they're going to plant themselves in places that are unexpected, that's a great surprise. You're going to have to figure out whether you want to leave them there. Have you had plants that have spread way too much outside the boundaries? Do you have perennials that you actually want to insert into the landscape? That gets a little bit tricky because you've got to have room for them, which means you're either going to have to remove something else or cut something else back to get those new ones slotted in, and the weather might not actually cooperate with you. So the liatris, as an example, has completely spread into our garden. It's gorgeous. The asters are also gorgeous, but they have spread way beyond their boundaries. So we're going to have to figure out what we want to do and when with this piece of the garden. We feel the pain of all of you who have been battling weeds all summer, because obviously we have too in the Backyard Farmer Garden. Again, this is a great time to take a look at the aggressiveness of some of the weeds, figure out a strategy for dealing with them come fall or next spring. If you chose not to use chemicals, which we have done, and you have pulled and you have pulled and you have pulled and you have soil knifed all those weeds out, and yet you return 1 week later and they are all up, growing and smothering everything else in your garden, you're probably going to have to figure out a different strategy. That may be just a work day that is over the top. Things like bindweed, on the other hand, we have never had the problem with bindweed that we have this year, and we actually have plants under the bindweed that we kind of forgot were there. So whether it's the glove of death that we're going to have to resort to, or a lot of sweat equity, we're going to have to get on top of those weeds. Spring bulbs are a great addition to any garden, and we have a lot of them in the Backyard Farmer Garden, but we don't mark them. We know where ours are, but you might not have marked yours, and you might all of a sudden dig into a spot where those bulbs lived. Here's the deal on that. Mark them next spring when they are in flower so you know where they are. You can use golf tees, you can use mapping, anything like that. But the other thing is, if you have not yet ordered your bulbs for fall, or you have not planned for where you want them, this is the time to do that as well. So you can add those clumps, those clusters, those masses and sweeps of that fabulous early spring beauty. And then, of course, the rest of the perennials or the annuals will cover that dying foliage, so those bulbs will come back next year. Another really important consideration this time of year in your garden is to pay attention to what will seed itself all over the place if you don't cut those seed heads off. Our vervain is one example. Another thing to pay attention to is what flopped all over the place. Can you do anything about it next year so that doesn't happen? This is a great example because we cut back the cup plant, which is now shorter and it's still going to flower a little bit later. We did not cut back its cousin, which is compass plant, and you can see that it's flopping all over the place. It's sort of interesting, but it certainly doesn't make it easy to walk down the path. And then, of course, we have some of the grasses like Dallas blues behind us. If you do not give them a beautiful corset that is hidden by the foliage, they are going to be all over the place as well. So great time to pay attention now to what is gorgeous. It can be even more gorgeous next year if you figure out the strategy for managing it this fall or early next spring.